Hello, my name is Marie LePage, and I took a left at the valley.
I know we shouldn't have to scream that we're atheists. You know, we don't have non-astrologers and all that. But with the religious people taking over the world, I mean, we can either speak up or be pushed into a corner.
I'm proud to be an atheist, a skeptic, a non-believer, an infidel, a heathen. I call it how I say it. I say it's ignorance and you just call it faith and unsubstantiated claims. That's something to be ashamed. I'm an atheist.
Coming at you from City, BC, Alligator, Florida, and Coat Hanger, Texas, this is Left of the Valley 2.0. My name is Kevin, and it's been a strange day. I found a hat full of money, but then I was chased by an angry man with a guitar.
How dare you? Don't attack the buskers.
Yeah, the buskers. What kind of word is that?
That's the word for it.
It's a
They're
real
buskers.
word.
It's a stupid
Joining me as usual is the team who knows you have fingers with fingertips, but your toes have no toe tip. Yet you can tiptoe, but not tip finger.
Oh, go on.
Why are you driving the parkway? Parking the driveway.
That's right. She says marriage is just a nice word for adopting a man who won't take care of himself. Sabrina.
Aye.
Accurate.
He says
Pretty much.
he says if alcohol can damage short-term memory, just think what alcohol can do. Brett Lee.
That's right.
And he stole a mug at the office. To be fair, it said, "Come and take it." Benjamin.
I did. And they deserved it.
Accurate.
Guys, welcome back. And this episode is brought to you by our patrons. You too can become a patron. Just go to patreon.com/LATV and help our efforts. Guys, today we'll be talking to David Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
His Time Chart series and his lovely partner as well.
Oh, she's
So
going
that'll
to be
be-
here as well?
Exactly. Both of them are going to be a Joe. It's going to be a great time.
Yay.
Double interview.
The
Okay.
show. But first, before we do all that, apparently we're doing a contest.
We are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Please elaborate.
Well, it's just a small contest announcement. But if you want to receive an autographed copy of the Time Charts trilogy, which is what we're actually going to be talking to David Fitzgerald about today.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to have you do is go to facebook.com/left at the valley. And there's going to be a post there. It's going to tell you all about how to enter. We're not going to go live on this contest right away because, of course, we have to have some time to edit the audio and the video. So we're going to go live Friday, October 1st.
Oh.
And we will close on October 15th.
Nice. 2
Well,
weeks.
yeah, 2 weeks. And we will announce the winner on our show live Sunday, October 17th.
I'm going to assume I can't participate in this contest.
No, sorry.
Sorry, Ben.
But I really want an autograph now. Fuck, all right, you know. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
It's just straight up bullshit. God damn it, Mom.
And if this works, this will be the first of several.
Yes, we're
little
gonna.
prizes we'll
This
give
is
away
something we're
after
going to be working on. So we're actually revamping our Facebook page and our website. So this is kind of the start of that. So come on over and watch us as we slowly grow. We're going to open this contest to Canadian and U.S. residents only because international shipping's a bitch. So
Sorry, guys.
but maybe in the
We got
future.
2 people in Lithuania right now. They're very angry with
Yeah,
us.
I know. I apologize, but I've actually shipped something even only to Mexico, and my lord, it took like 3 months. So we're
Yeah,
not
and
going to
even
do that.
shipping to the States actually pretty.
Sometimes it
pretty
can be,
expensive.
but yeah.
That one poor like fucking Amazon driver that has to go all the way to fucking Mexico. You know?
Yeah. I just have
bad
to
day.
insert just a little bit of legal stuff. This is not this contest isn't going to be affiliated with Facebook, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, or any other podcatcher. We will have full rules posted with the contest on our website at leftatthevalley.com or sorry, leftatthevalley.ca.
Yeah,
Do
don't
not
go to
go to
.com.
CA. I know. I
leftatthevalley.ca. Yes,
gotta emphasize that.
yeah, and one more thing, you're going to need to know this. The code word is mojito.
Mojito. You need the code word.
You need the code
We're
word.
like
Write it down.
professionals with real contest rules and everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at us.
I know all about contests.
Yay.
Which is we've established by now is God's favorite drink. Mojito.
Exactly. Mojito. Do not forget that word. Contest.
Anyway, let's go to our usual chat.
Yeah. Let's go to our
Um,
chit-chat.
For American friends, you might not know, but Canada just had an election.
Canada barely knew, just so you know.
We were in election mode for a full 36 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think normally I do see election posters out in some respect. I saw one.
Damn.
Well, Canada re-elected
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau for his third term.
Yeah, it was a pointless election. He still has a minority government. It's
Yeah.
kind of pointless.
And basically, there's really
That's-
nothing that really changed
No,
across the
nothing.
entire country. So,
What, didn't they gain a couple seats in BC?
I think they gained, yeah, but they lost some seats in the Atlantic Canada. So, I mean, it was pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
This was done as a gamble because during the COVID pandemic, Justin handled it pretty good, actually.
Mhm.
You know, and his numbers were looking really, really good. And you know, when parties see that their numbers are really looking really good, they'll often call a snap election, which is exactly what he did. Your numbers are good, you call a snap election, and you hope to get a majority government in the parliamentarian system.
Yeah.
That's what he
I'd
gambled
like
on.
to point out his dad did that and succeeded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
what-
we've done that on a list here sometime before.
Real quick. So a snap election is just them being like, all right, let's do an election.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly
Yeah.
that.
Because
The
we have
prime minister has that power
Yeah.
to actually go to the governor general and say, "I'm calling a snap election. I'd like to
Mhm.
dissolve the house," and she usually
They say,
she'll just
"Okay."
say yes, and that's what happens. Normally there's a fixed 4-term limit like everybody else, but Justin basically
Oh my.
Is it just us?
It's just us. It's just you and
Except
I.
I-
we froze.
did we freeze?
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. You were
Yeah,
frozen.
you guys froze. I don't know, or maybe we froze to y'all. I don't.
Hear you. No, I could hear you. Sorry, guys. We're working on hardwiring our internet.
So anyway, so just to say all that, it hasn't really changed much of anything.
Yeah, it was really a pointless election. So
pretty
if you,
much, and it cost $600 million.
yeah, $600
Yeah.
million for now.
Woo!
We have snap elections here. They just last like 4 years.
Yeah. We don't have. I
There's
mean,
always an
there'll
election
be
money.
another election, right? Like, even though he had this one, we'll have another election in
4
in
years.
a
And-
couple,
and-
4 years from now.
Yeah.
It's all
And we
based on the
generally
size of
know
your
when the
snap.
snap is. You know, we
Yeah,
can-
you guys go
It's
into
not a cold
election
snap.
mode right after you guys like.
Yeah, literally, it's like election ends. It's
Yeah.
still early November.
Oh,
They're
we-
like, okay, so time to start my campaign.
yeah, we don't have to wait for Thanos to get his gauntlet or anything. Like, you know, it's
And then the election day. I would like to take the opportunity to extend my thanks to Joe Biden. And I say this because I don't know if you guys have followed the Huawei CFO thing that's been going on.
Mhm.
The CFO of Huawei, which is a Chinese company, is called Meng Wanzhou. And she was arrested here under by the Canadian police to be extradited to the U.S. She was accused of lying to the HSBC bank in order to evade U.S. sanctions against Iran at the time. And
Mhm.
Donald Trump essentially kind of asked for her arrest, and Canada complied because, you know, we like to keep good relations with the U.S.
Sure.
Donald Trump at the time wanted to use Meng Wanzhou as a pawn
Mhm.
in his deliberation with trade negotiations with China.
Yeah.
The thing is, this was in 2018, by the way. The thing is, China retaliated by arresting 2 random Canadians in China
Mhm.
by the name of Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig. Sorry.
They're like, find me some Canadians. And
Yep.
this is-
Yeah. And of course, while Meng Wanzhou was basically under house arrest in her mansion here in Vancouver,
Yeah, she didn't have to actually go to jail.
these 2 Michaels were actually in a Chinese jail for 3 years
Mhm.
in the
Oh,
Chinese
God.
prison, and they were not treated very well. Justin Trudeau at the time kept bringing the issue forward in his diplomatic relations with the U.S. And of course, under Trump, yeah, we get the best and nothing but the best, and we'll take a look at it for sure, Justin.
Mhm.
Now, of course, he did nothing. But when Joe Biden came in, and this is where you see there's a change in administration, Joe Biden took this actually quite seriously.
Mhm.
So what happened is she appeared in federal court in Brooklyn to face the charges, and essentially they basically worked out a deal. So Meng Wanzhou is essentially now on a jet and went back to China. And as soon as that happened, the Chinese released Michael Spavor and the other Michael as well.
Yep.
So thank you, Mr. Biden. You know,
Mhm.
despite all we don't agree on a lot of things, but you know what? This was a great example of leadership right
Mhm.
there. So from Canada, thank you so much, Mr. Biden.
Yeah.
In other news,
That's awesome. I had no idea that happened. That's awesome.
It's pretty
I
big.
missed that whole
It's
shit.
like-
Like I don't know how.
you need another excuse to hate Trump, right?
It
As a
popped
Canadian.
up on my Apple Watch. That's how important it is. Apple News told me all about it as soon as she got
You're
released.
Canadian.
Yeah, of
Damn.
course.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, that's probably like
Canadians
when
get happy news.
So this
we were
actually
probably
again-
talking about Trump drinking water at the time, so it was a little bit drowned out by Trump drinking water, and so
Okay.
Well
news
done.
cycle.
It shows yet again. It shows yet again the importance of who you vote for and who you put in the administration.
Mhm.
In other news, do you guys remember the residential schools? We've been
Yes.
talking about this for quite a lot. It turns out Canada's Catholic bishops are now apologizing in an open letter where they express, quote, profound remorse for participating in the system. Now, this is not the Pope. This is just the Canadian bishops. Quote, we acknowledge the grave abuse, physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, cultural, and sexual. The bishops are committed to helping and pledge to fundraise for reconciliation. Guys have any?
Okay, so they're just going to fundraise. They're not going to give any of their own
Oh,
Catholic
of course
church
not.
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
No.
Like,
It's
we'll totally help fundraise.
Yeah.
Other people can pay for this.
Yeah, what they're seeing is the backlash. Like, it's so bad. I don't know how many of you know this, but September 30th is a new statutory holiday in Canada, and it's for Truth and Reconciliation. So all federal employees will have the day off. A lot of other businesses will close, and likely in the next couple of years, the provinces will adopt it as well, and then it will become a day off for everybody.
Like a stat holiday.
It is a statutory holiday. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, so I'm glad this is
this
a
is
story
a
that
huge
should not
step.
be just buried because of this.
No.
But it's a huge step that finally the Catholic churches, are coming in and saying something, and hopefully now Pope Frank can come out himself and actually say something to these people and work towards reconciliation. So good news. That is good news.
Yes.
Did you guys hear the Spanish island of La Palma? Several towns on this island actually are being evacuated. The town of I'm going to massacre this, Tayua or Tacante de Abajo and Tacante de Arriba. There's a volcano there. There's a volcano called Cumbre Vieja,
Yes.
Oh, the rapture is here.
and it spewed thousands of tons of lava and destroyed hundreds of houses already.
Wow.
To the point that the island, 15% of the banana crop is actually at risk at this point. So who knows?
Wow.
They might see a jump in prices in bananas soon because of this.
Oh man, I love bananas.
I know.
Have you seen the thing though too that it may possibly cause a mudslide, which will cause a tsunami or whatever it is to
Yikes.
really decimate the east coast of the U.S.
What?
Oh.
No, I did not.
So there's this whole thing with the landslides that may happen if they did happen. I don't think they did, but if it would have happened, they were like projecting a lot of damage.
Okay, so for our audience,
It would slide into the ocean, right?
you gotta remember
So,
the island of La Palma is a bit off Spain and near the Canary Islands. So think of the U.S. eastern coast. You have the Atlantic, and then you have the Canary Islands, and then you basically have kind of like the mainland. It's one of those islands. So what Benjamin is saying, if that mudslide happens, that mud slides into the water going west. It could cause a tsunami that would head west towards the U.S.
And the Canary Islands will basically be the canaries in the coal mine. And
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Nice.
that's kind of scary.
Yeah, flights in the area also been canceled. There's a cloud of ash extended 4 kilometers into the sky at this point. So, yeah, it's getting pretty scary out there for that volcano.
Yeah, no kidding.
And in other, last but certainly not least, bad news, COVID. All right. So now COVID numbers in the U.S. have surpassed more than the Spanish flu of 1918
Deaths.
in deaths. Now the COVID death in the U.S. number to 676,000 deaths. And the Spanish flu of 1918 killed about 675,000. So congratulations, COVID is now deadlier to the U.S. than the Spanish flu was. Of course, we got to take into consideration in 1918, the population of the U.S. is only 1/3 of what it is currently. So it's not per capita yet, but it is going that way.
Yeah.
Give it 3 more times. So
Yeah.
1.8 million, that's your target, U.S.
So now they're saying 1,900 people are dying daily
Jesus
in the US.
Christ.
because of this COVID flu.
I just
So
got
when-
my appointment for my 3rd shot today.
Oh, you're getting a 3rd shot.
Good. So
Yes,
the
'cause I
U.S.
am
is
high
probably-
How did you do that, man? Like,
I
how
am
do
high
you?
risk.
Really?
Okay. Me too. I mean, but okay. So I
Good
gotta
news.
I gotta look into this. They're not gonna come contact me and be like,
It
"Hey, you're high
depends
risk."
on
So
where you're at, because there's in the DFW Metroplex here, there's
Mhm.
some cities that are already pre-setting up booster appointments for people, or they're ramping up to do so. But I
Nice.
just scheduled mine in a pharmacy because I'm high risk. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, what they should be doing is anybody that's like has like COPD medication or anything like that, they should be contacting them.
That's
No,
what they
Brent,
did here.
just reach out to one of your local pharmacies. They will have the shot. Like I signed up at CVS. It's really straightforward. You tell them you're getting your booster. They ask you if you're high risk or over 65, and you just sign right up.
Reach out and stab someone with a needle.
I wonder how long it'll be before.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I've now started
have to
calling
look into
the
Because I
cold
think I know.
shoulder on women's shirts vaccine shoulders.
Oh, nice.
So, did you guys hear that they actually are naming the vaccines now? So they're not just going to call it Pfizer and Moderna.
Yeah, they have names now.
Yeah,
You have a badass name like Cobra.
the Moderna is called Spikevax.
Spikevax.
Yeah,
Pretty badass.
What's the
Pretty
Pfizer
manly.
name?
honestly, I didn't get Pfizer, so I don't know.
Sabrina.
Give me
How
a
can you leave
second.
me hanging like
They
that?
need to name them like monster trucks or something, so these liberals will be like, "What is it called?" Okay, well now I feel like I got to get it.
It's normal that they name the vaccinations
Yes.
because it was just named after the company.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to create more confusion than anything else.
Yeah.
I think they should just, for now, until the crisis is passed, they should
And
just
no,
keep on
honest-
naming the Moderna vaccine or the Pfizer.
Oh,
vaccine.
right. Pfizer is it's a really hard one to say. Comirnaty.
Okay, now I'm mad. We don't get a cool vaccine name.
BioNTech
man.
Comirnaty.
Oh,
yeah.
Community. Yeah, it's like community.
That sounds
like-
too much like communism. It's like, this branding is terrible.
Then drink.
COM.
They're all
They're like, see, I told you. Now I'm going to
Yeah.
have communism with my vaccine.
right.
Yeah.
community that all drinks natty ice.
There's a
That's
really
what it
good
is. It's-
Johnson and Johnson. No, the AstraZeneca one is a really funny name too.
That's going to be funny because now the next QAnon thing is going to be the communist Pfizer vaccine, Comirnaty.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Astra. I'm searching it. It's
Why
called.
do you think they named it that, bro? Why do you think? Okay.
AstraZeneca is called Vaxzevria.
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 They
Yeah.
weren't even trying on that one.
No, they weren't. And
Okay,
honestly, I
well,
would get the AZ vaccine
Sounds vaguely
anyway.
sexual.
It's
Vaxzevria.
Right.
yeah, it's not recommended. Well, they're recommending you get Pfizer or Moderna if you've already had Astra.
I'm Dave Fitzgerald.
And I'm Dana Fitz. Who am I? I'm Dana Fitz. Let's take that again.
Again, absolutely.